What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Airborne in the house. How are you guys doing tonight? Welcome to our live stream. Well, my live stream with special guest 6Fig here in a second. Glad you guys could all join us tonight. Market's doing pretty well right now. Love it. Bitcoin's pumping. Whole market's pumping. We all like to see that. So before we bring 6Fig in, start off with the market overview. Let's check out what's going on. Let me just refresh it. Can you guys all hear me okay? Let's see who we got in the chat. Filoni, what's going on? Elizabeth, what up? Fitness Den, what's going on? Yeah, we'll definitely do that. TA, Stewish Stew, what's up? Strika, how many of those different hats do you own? Probably got like 10 of them. Oh, maybe not 10. Probably like 6 or 7 of them. Marcos, what's up? Sweet mother of all the holy rash creams. Yep. All right, you guys can hear me fine. Sweet. Good deal. Let me start off with the market overview. Let's refresh it again real quick. Go back here. So Bitcoin's at about 51,196. We're up 5%. ETH's up 3%. 4,100. We got Binance coins up 2.3%. Solano's up. Cardano, I'm wearing the Cardano hat tonight, crushing it today, up 9.48%. Finally at $1.48. Avalanche is down 2%, but we'll get into that in the crypto bubbles. Top gainers, the Sandbox. Yeah, these metaverse gaming coins are pumping right now. I think Decentraland was too. Yeah, up 14%. Wow. Let's see. What else is up today? Crowcoin up 14%. Quant's up 11%. Everything's looking good today. Not many losers, but we did have some. Helium down 5.44%, $39. Still waiting on my Helium miner, man. I ordered it back, I think like the end of April, May. And I emailed them like a couple weeks ago. I'm like, hey, where's my order? I ordered a synchro.bit. And it was when VossCoin did a video about it. And it was like a specialized Helium miner, I guess, with his brand on it or something. So I figured I'd get it faster, but nope. And then the company said that, they were just finishing shipping out, I guess, April's batch of orders. So, or I don't know, May or something. But yeah, I'm waiting on that. Cody down 4.78%, 39 cents. Polygon's down, Year in Finance, but not too far down right now, just a little bit. All right, what is today? Today's December 23rd. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. Festivus, something I can't pronounce. National Christmas Movie Marathon Day. National, I don't even know what that is. If you guys, Pfeffernuss? I don't know, it looks like a cookie or something. And National Roots Day. All right, my favorite crypto bubbles. Everything is green. Credit coin, wow. Down 40.1%. I've never even heard of this, but that just popped up. Yeah, this is the other one I talked about in my video today that I put out. Toncoin, I've never even heard of this. $3.64, up 53% on the day. But like I said, everything is looking good today. Let's go to my favorites. So we got VGX right now is pumping, sitting at $3.19. CKB's pumping, up 6.7%, sitting a little over 2 cents. STMX, I know, was just pumping literally like within the last couple minutes. Yeah, right here. We were like trading sideways since like 1:13 p.m. Eastern all the way up until about maybe 20 minutes ago. It just spiked up. So we'll do some TA on that, see what's going on with that. But that's good to see STMX up 8.6% on the day, 2.5 cents or so. What else we got here? Like I said, Cardano's up. Everything's looking good, at least from the coins that I like. Bitcoin dominance, sideways a little bit, right about 40.47. Still in a downtrend, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where Bitcoin's going. I don't know. I think we're reversing, though. I did a video, if you guys missed it, a couple hours ago about Bitcoin reversing. But we'll get into Bitcoin TA first. I think that's what 6Fig said he'll do just because that's what drives the market, essentially. Total crypto market cap. It's good to see we're on this uptrend since the 17th of December, 2.39 trillion. Man, it looks like we broke that resistance right here at 2.35. So maybe we can get into this TA as well. But total crypto market cap, man, there's next big resistance. Let's see. We had the resistance from 6 September and 11 May-ish, 8 May. So it looks like we just I think we're testing that resistance right now. But if we break that for the total crypto market cap, I'm expecting around 2.57, 2.6 trillion as our next market cap. So that's good to see. Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index. We're now at a 41. Yesterday we were at a 34. I'm not surprised that we went up since the majority of the day was green. Last week we were fear. Last month, or extreme fear. And I think it said that backwards. Last week was extreme fear. And last month was fear 42. So, all right, let's bring in our guest, 6FIG Stock Trader. What's going on, bro?
What's happening, man? Glad to be here. As always, thanks for having me on the show. Hope everyone's having a wonderful night, day, wherever you're at. Interesting stuff with the market going on right now, man.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Pump.
I'm excited to see some of the technical analysis. Just I don't know. I want to start with Bitcoin, just like as a general, market mover or whatever for everything.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe the total crypto market cap. We've done that a couple times, right? I think you've done that.
Yeah, we'll check it all out. Whatever people want to see, we'll look into. We'll look at Bitcoin. We'll start with that, just so everyone can get a little understanding of where things are at, and then we'll also go ahead and tackle some of the total crypto market caps and some of those other altcoins.
Sweet. What do we got in the chat? Zombie Head. What's going on? Looking good, folks. Airborne will wear caps forward during the bull market and sideways when we are a bear. We are bullish. Yep.
Oh, Marcos in the house. Strike in the house. Nice.
Doc had a nice spine today to the one you forgot about. Oh, yeah. I got to add that. Can you? I wonder if that's on Crypto Bubbles. Can you even look up Yak yet on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap or no?
So I'm looking for Yokai Swap. Let's see what we got here. Not really seeing anything yet, but we can pull up the chart that possibly has it here. So I'll see if I can get to this.
Okay.
We'll see.
But actually, let me remove your screen. I did want to talk about Bitcoin real quick while you look for that. Let me see. Yeah, I put out a video today, guys, if you guys did miss it. But just some of the data points and some of the charts that are proven to show that, Bitcoin's in a reversal right now. There's the NUPL, net unrealized profit loss chart, basically showing that we bottomed out right here for the third time. But I'm not going to really get into it. Also, Benjamin Cohen, he's a good dude to follow on Twitter, how Bitcoin lengthening cycles are still on track for basically every cycle. The first cycle, Bitcoin went up really fast, but it was a short bull run. And then every cycle afterwards, it keeps getting longer and longer. So the purple one here is kind of showing where we're at. Like we haven't even gone up yet, but I thought that was pretty interesting. Tech Dev, he's another guy I always talk about, but he talks about how within each cycle there's a first higher high. You got a halving front run, a local top, pre-breakout pullback, and a cycle top. So we're in cycle 3 with our halving, where back between 2019 2020, we were at our first higher high, and then we had the Bitcoin halving, which is this red circle here. And then most recently, earlier this year, we had our local top. Then we had the dip in the summer, which then brings us to the pre-breakout pullback, kind of like where we're at now. And then he has the cycle top up here. So it looks like we're about to hopefully, jump up here, I don't know, by the end of the year, potentially, who knows, or most likely probably early next year sometime. But looks like between 100K and 300K. But I don't know.
That would be nuts. I mean, to see a 300K Bitcoin, I don't think people are really mentally prepared for that. You know, the 100,000, I think that, you know, that's kind of been on everyone's mind for quite some time. But yeah, to see a 300,000 Bitcoin, my goodness, that's if that doesn't catch people's attention, I don't know what will.
And then last thing I just want to go over, and if you guys follow me, you know I talk about this. I even talk about it in my video, but check out lookintobitcoin.com where they have all these Bitcoin market cycle charts, on-chain charts. I did a couple videos in depth going over certain ones here, but these are just kind of like just some data points that you guys can analyze and look at to when you guys make an investment in crypto or whatever, just as like kind of a point where we're at in the market. And a lot of these charts, after going over all of them and doing a bunch of research on it, we're not even nowhere near the top. Like we got the Pull multiple. I'm not going to get into that, but essentially, whenever this red spike gets into this red zone, that kind of triggers like when we're at the top. And if you look where we're at, we're actually down. So that's just one of them. But there's a whole bunch of them that you guys can check out that are good. Just did a video on, which one was it? The Rodel ratio. This one was pretty interesting.
That was interesting.
But the one good thing I did like about this one is that it doesn't give a false signal of a cycle high in April 2013. So all those other charts, like it'll go back to, if you look back at 2013, 2014, you'll see that the top, it would trick you to think that the top, that first part of that cycle, we peaked into, cash out per se. But this one, though, shows the exact top, like kind of, back in 2011, end of 2013, 14, that when this red line gets into that box, that's probably the best time to take profit. And then when this red line gets into the green area, it's probably the best time to buy Bitcoin. But if you currently see where we're at right now, we're nowhere near this red box, which goes to show, makes me think we're about to, start heading upwards. But yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, man, only time will tell. The fact that Bitcoin is holding, 40, 50,000 is impressive in itself. It's been a roller coaster this year. Pretty much just basically coming off this high here, going into this big bear market over the summer, and then coming off this next high. Man, what a roller coaster. If this doesn't look like a roller coaster, I don't know what a roller coaster is. But let's really look at Bitcoin at a super high level. Let's look at this on the weekly. And this is something that I've been kind of pointing out to everyone in the past as the importance of the bounce off the 50 moving average. And for those of you guys that haven't really seen this, I'm just going to go over it because we can see that in previous history, 2013 and 14, we can see that after we reached all these new all-time highs, Bitcoin came down and we got this single bounce off the 50 moving average. Once we slid under the 50 on the weekly time frame, it was into the bear market we went, and there was just nothing we could do about it. And we can kind of see how history repeated itself. 2017, 18 bull run, got that single bounce. Once we slid under that 50, it was into the bear market. Now, we did have that little 2019 mini run, and consequently coronavirus hit, but we did get that single bounce and slipped under the 50. Whether this was just a result of the black swan event known as coronavirus, we'll never know. But the thing that's interesting about this bull run, and people say that it's different this time, and it absolutely is, because we've seen price action come down, get the bounce, and then we've seen it bounce again, and then we might be fixing to see it bounce again. So this is really incredible, and the fact that we have a spinning top on the weekly chart here is exciting to see. We are no longer seeing these big bearish engulfing candles to the downside. And we know that the last 4 or 5 weeks have been brutal for the bulls because we're not seeing any bit of a wick on the top of these candles until now. So that's why this is so important. We've gone through a month of hell, and now we are bouncing off the 50 moving average above the Ichimoku cloud, which is very significant in itself. So I think that right now Bitcoin is on the right track, but I do want to just caution everyone. There is almost a nice neckline that is forming here. So if for some reason, let's just say we get a bounce here, maybe it comes up to these levels, right in this 56, 57,000 level line. If we can't clear that or come back up and challenge these new all-time highs, we may see a very nasty head and shoulders do its job, and that's to strip the market down. So I do think that if we're going to talk a bearish scenario, that is quite possibly one outcome. I do think that in the grander scheme of things, though, if we are looking for another move to the upside, it might be through Elliott wave theory, something like this. I just want to make sure that, okay, I just wanted to make sure that this wick down wasn't lower than these wicks here, which it's not. So this is still valid Elliott wave theory, and we could possibly be seeing a move up to 75, 80,000. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. The only thing I don't like about this, folks, is the distance between price action and this 200 moving average. I'd like to see it a little bit closer. You can see as we drift away from it, the more we drift away, the more we will get reeled back in through a retracement, kind of like right here. So there's a lot to consider. Things are looking good for the time being, but I do think personally there is a major correction coming if we don't basically see new all-time highs.
What's
go ahead.
What's like a price point we should close the weekly at on Sunday to be safe?
Oh boy. So let's just look at this. Let's go back to the weekly chart. And really, as long as we can close, I'd like to see a close above 48,000. 48,000. I want this close to be above the 50 moving average. That's all I care about at this point in time. So it looks like we will possibly get that. Again, there's 2 days, there's 3 days basically till the next close happens with Bitcoin. And we can see a very nice formation here on the daily chart with Bitcoin. I've been kind of speculating that we may see Bitcoin kind of travel through this little portion of the Ichimoku cloud. This is going to be killer if it does pass through the cloud on the daily chart, because that'll give us a little bit of time to set up a very nice bullish pattern, i.e., bull flag pole with a pennant or a flag attached to it, some sort of symmetrical triangle, ascending triangle. You guys know the bullish patterns. So what I'm looking for right now is a pass through this cloud somewhere in this more narrower section. And I want to see Bitcoin kind of staircase like this up to these previous all-time high levels. I do think that we will get a little bit of resistance at this 50, may come down like this. And this may straighten out with this 200. So with that said, I would like to see a little Elliott wave theory to the upside. Ideally, I would love to see some new all-time highs just to try to pull away from this possible head and shoulders pattern.
Gotcha.
And here's the deal. There's a neckline right there. You can't dispute that. So If we go straight up from here, we can kind of destroy this head and shoulders pattern that's forming.
Yeah. I'm trying to catch up with these comments.
Should we touch on where this thing might go to if we see some new all-time highs?
Yeah.
I do think it would be comfortable to say that 75,000 is a major target right now.
That sounds good.
Simply because it's a big psychological number, but it's also at this 127% Fibonacci extension level. A lot of times we will see retracements happen at this level, or the 161.8, the golden ratio. So we may see Bitcoin, if it goes farther than 75,000, wander up to around the 83,000, and everybody's going to be looking at these numbers too. So it wouldn't surprise me to go a little short of the numbers. But I mean, hell, this thing could do well, and this would really kind of fill out this Elliott wave theory pattern quite nicely to boot. I would definitely expect some sort of ABC or ABCDE correction to occur after that. Big time.
Interesting. Marcos, Airborne getting that Yak bounty on Six's live feed the other night. Oh yeah, I remember that. I didn't know about that. The Yak
yolk
or yolk,
like egg yolk.
Elizabeth, I'm here.
Oh yeah,
I'm here. The only girl I think it's here. Any other females watching the stream right now, or is Elizabeth the only one? Joel says, "Wow, no small talk, straight into the TA with 6Fig. How about, hey 6Fig, how's your Christmas Eve going?" Oh,
yeah.
How's your Christmas Eve going, 6Fig?
Oh man, it's going good, man. I just mounted like a nice 50-inch TV on the wall above my trading station. Before, nice. I would run like cable TV off extra monitors while I'd do some trading here and there, but I said I'm sick of this shit and I need a big TV. So we got that mounted in. Been working on. I spent most of my day today, just kind of messing around with that, and I'm basically trying to get this new studio up and running. So it's coming along great.
Yeah, I'm
excited.
I need to get my backdrop all reworked once they finish my basement up here soon. Well, actually, it's still gonna be a couple weeks because the guys almost finished painting everything down here, and then they have to put new ceiling panels in. I think that's like January 6th or 7th, and then carpet. So I'm gonna have a bare backdrop of just the electrical panel that I have behind me and my CK boxes here and power supply.
Nice. Do you think your mom will let you paint the walls or do anything like that?
Yeah, I don't know. She won't care what I paint them. But
okay.
Fitness. I know. Fitness Den, Crypto Airborne. Can you give your thoughts on the Voyager debit card? I want to go all in with my paycheck, pay my mortgage and everything, but I need a number person to talk. I'm going all in with the Voyager debit card. I mean, granted, I have two other banks just in case, but I'm definitely going to use the Voyager debit card as my main because I'll be earning 10.5% rewards per month just holding the USDC. And on a recent interview, I don't know if it was with Mike the Investor, just did one with Steve Ehrlich. They talked about for every swipe now you get cash back on that, but I don't know what percentages. Yeah, like okay. I thought it was so. It's like every transaction you make, you get even another percentage on top of what you're already earning. I mean, don't quote me, but I don't know what the percentage is. It could be really small or it could be something else. But that did come out the other day in one of the interviews with Steve. But yeah, I'm digging it. They said that they're going to be rolling out. Steve said the middle of January. I think the first users, the beta users or something. I don't know how they're going to roll it out, but it'll probably take a couple months, I guess, before they fully roll it out to like everybody.
I think I'm signed up for the card. I mean,
yeah, there's like a lot of people. I think a couple 100,000 from what I heard.
Really good.
Maybe
I'll pay my mortgage, all my bills with my Voyager card. Whatever. Voyager. Man,
Plus, it
that's
helps
cool.
with it. You'll get it like a routing and account number too. So,
Yeah, I mean, bye banks.
yeah,
I'm so sick of Wells Fargo and all these other criminal banks that,
yeah.
you
Chase
know.
Bank's pretty bad. I heard
Oh, is it really?
they blocked like so. A lot of companies, crypto companies, use Plaid, PLAID, as like the verification process for your bank to the crypto exchange or whatever.
Okay.
Someone, I think in our Voyager Hero Discord, said that like Chase blocked Plaid. So you can't even link, if you have Chase Bank, you can't even like link your account. You have to do it like manually or something like that.
Really?
But there's just some banks that are crypto friendly. Like I just switched over to Ally. I think that's how you
Oh,
pronounce
yeah,
it.
I've heard of them.
Ally. Because it was like, from my research, they were the most crypto friendly. I was having trouble linking my USAA bank with Voyager because of the Plaid thing. And then I got the new checking account instantly. Everything worked fine. But
Beautiful.
yeah, anyway.
Beautiful.
Stewish Stew, been trading a couple small caps on KuCoin, Flame, VRA, Suitor. They've done me well so far. That's awesome. I've never heard of any of them.
Nice. Is it like the Suitor, like the Suitor brothers in the NHL?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know about that. Zombie Head was talking about you guys getting in on the XRP holder solo airdrop on Uphold before tomorrow. And I said, I don't know what that is, but I do hold XRP on Uphold. I think it's like the only exchange in America that you can still buy and sell XRP. So yeah, I guess I am a part of it. He just said all you have to do is hold XRP and Uphold. Do the snapshot at 8 UTC. 2 p.m. Central Time. All coins will be distributed in January. So that's good to note. Thanks for letting us know. So yeah, if you guys use Uphold, you hold XRP, you get an airdrop.
Nice. Like an NFT or something, or just extra coins, or
What did he say?
Didn't catch that.
Yeah, you guys getting in the XRP holder solo airdrop? Yeah, good question. Zombie, is it more XRP or is it some? Then do you remember the other XRP airdrop with the flare tokens? Whatever happened to that? I don't know.
I have no idea. To be honest, I don't hold any XRP. I wish they'd get things straightened out so it's easier to get.
Yeah. Elizabeth said, do you have to pay taxes on every use of the Voyager debit card?
That's a good question.
I don't want to say anything because I don't know the answer. I know you have to pay taxes on the interest that you gain, but yeah, I don't know. Well, if it's pegged to the US dollar 1-for-1 and you're already holding it, I wouldn't see, no, you wouldn't have to, but don't quote me on that. Or if someone else knows in the comments, let us know.
Or just keep it so decentralized that you don't have to.
Yeah. Ringing up my groceries in a single transaction moving forward. Crow card is awesome. Looking forward to my Voyager card. Our group has 725 CKB holders on Voyager, many holding 1 million plus. We definitely want interest in Voyager. Yeah, CKB. I can't wait. Hopefully sometime next year.
I like the Voyager app, but I moved all of my CKB off Voyager. Nothing personal against them or anything like that, just a business move.
Yeah, I mean, if you can earn it, 3% in the Nervos DAO wallet or whatever?
Yeah. And the downside to the DAO is that you're locked up for 28 days. So
yeah,
let's just say CKB rips and you want to take some profit. Well, you're going to miss out on a good opportunity to sell and maybe buy back in lower.
Yeah.
No, it's a solo coin airdrop. Okay.
Uphold his tweet pinned on Twitter for the drop, and I just treated it. Oh, gotcha. Ross, what's going on? Lunatics in the house. Yeah, we might have a digital Jeff pop in here. Do Luna. Ask about Luna. I've got a pretty decent bag of Luna. I like Luna. Marco said it's 2.8% on the Dow.
Okay.
And then Elizabeth, I didn't want to sell and rebuy. I bought 2 million at CKB at 0.0.
Jeez, Elizabeth. Good for you.
Got
That's
us beat.
freaking sweet.
I think my first one was like 0.008 something, like right when they dropped on Voyager back in February.
I think I was right.
I
I was
wish I could
right
go
there
back.
with you. Yeah. And I remember thinking, okay, 50,000 CKB at the time. Like, let's freaking go. This thing's going to $1.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, I need to like increase my holdings significantly once I did a little bit of research on the project. I'm actually going to be sitting down with Jordan Mack again soon to do another video. I can't talk about what it's
heard it
all
here
about.
First.
But we're going to be talking about some very interesting stuff relating to Nervos Network, and this is going to take place sometime after the new year.
Now that you mentioned that I texted you earlier today, Crypto Crow, he's a big ADA dude. He's like he's got a pretty big YouTube channel. He's like 7 feet tall or something crazy like that. But in one of the videos that I think Filoni, you told me about this, he said that Nervos paid him to do a video, like a paid sponsorship about Nervos, and they told him not to upload it until the middle of January.
Interesting.
So I don't know what's going to happen with CKB around mid-January-ish time frame, or if you know something that around that time frame. I wonder if there's some big announcement with CK or Nervous Network or something.
Yeah, this is completely unrelated to that. This was something that Jordan and I have kind of had on the back burner for the last month or so. Just a little side project. Just basically off my interests revolving around the security of the Nervos blockchain. So that's kind of what it's going to be about. But we don't really. But yeah, I did see your texts and stuff like that, and said they're tight-lipped at Nervos. I don't know anything else about what's going on other than what I see on Twitter. A lot of times everyone else knows when stuff goes down before I know.
Yeah. Almost caught all up real quick. Ross, chart Luna. Yeah, we'll definitely do Luna. Just remind us. I'm just trying to catch up with comments. Maybe I'll just wait till after you do like some of these and then just get back to the comments.
Gotcha.
All right.
Let's see here.
Where are we at now?
Well, we got the number one scam coin, and I'm just kidding. Voyager token is looking good.
It's going to zero. It's like that Dan Pena guy. Bitcoin is effing going to zero. You know that guy? Have you heard that?
I think I have.
Bitcoin's going to zero. If you found out who's behind Bitcoin, you'd sell all your tokens. Some crazy old boomer dude.
Right. Yeah,
but yeah, VGX make a little pump.
Yeah, so VGX, this is a very interesting play with VGX. So you can see how this thing came down, violated the 127 as expected. But now this thing is really kind of uptrending. We've got some really nice bullish engulfing candles on the daily chart. If we look at the Ichimoku cloud, we can see how thick this is. This is the only thing I don't like about VGX right now, is the thickness of this cloud. But the caveat is that it does start to get thinner later, or I guess early to mid January, somewhere in there. So I would hope that we'll see this 50 moving average kind of trend up like this. Maybe we'll see Voyager tinker with that along the way. But it would be great to see Voyager regain a foothold above the Ichimoku cloud and maybe starts getting some sort of inverse head and shoulders or cup and handle formation above the cloud. Just something, kind of like this would be huge to, start a new uptrend to go even higher. Maybe see something like an ascending triangle play out. So that's what I'm hoping for right now for Voyager token. We can see that there was a very nasty series of corrective waves that occurred after this nice run up here, a nice fake out on an inverse head and shoulders. I mean, I think this is right when Bitcoin tanked. So it really compromised price action of Voyager back in early December, which sent it spiraling into this little downfall. Bear with me 1 second. Every time I switch from like a weekly to a daily to like an hourly, TradingView always, I don't know, like all these trend lines just automatically readjust.
Yeah.
So what we can see happen, a series of corrective waves to the downside, right down to the 127, which is exactly what we want to see when we are considering buying back in. It's either the 127 or the 161.8. And now we have exited this falling wedge, which is a pretty bullish pattern, especially when we're seeing this, 2-3 week long pattern play out. We have been trading sideways. We are looking, let's just switch over to a 12-hour chart. We are looking possibly to come up and recheck this 50 moving average here. And so I do think that $3.50 is probably the next area of interest for Voyager. Let's just throw up a little Fibonacci channel since...
Yeah, there's some rumors going around about a NASDAQ listing by the end of the year. A surprise, which would
like
be nice.
The end of 2021 or 2022 or
2021.
Oh man,
like
wow.
Who knows what Steve has up his sleeve? There were some weird things going on with this Voyager stock ticker or something. Like people were talking about it on Twitter this morning or yesterday or something like that, and they did some of the CEDAR filings or whatever, where they have all their public stuff that they got to release about like the Canadian stock. So I don't know if that's like a precursor for something that's preparation for the NASDAQ listing or what, but that was some of the rumors coming or people were talking about.
That's very interesting. Yeah, hopefully it can list. That would be great to buy shares in Voyager on the stock exchange. I would definitely be playing that all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can kind of see like right now we've got a Fibonacci channel drawn up. This is kind of the angle that Voyager could potentially start trading in. I would like to see Voyager token squeeze up into a channel, kind of make these moves like this, and maybe try to come up and hit some of these highs here around the $5 level. That would be really nice, and we may end up seeing some sort of inverse head and shoulders or something of that nature. And this is all very dependent on Bitcoin. But I could even see, something like a cup and handle forming, something like that in the future. But I do think that for right now, especially like on a 12-hour chart, daily chart, we've got these great bullish engulfing candles. We're starting to see this conversion line arc upwards. And this is always a good thing, because once we start to see this conversion line, this little red line, start arcing upwards, price responds violently to the upside. And when we start to see it arc downwards, it responds violently to the downside. So here's an example here. Whoa, bear with me 1 second. Here is a good example of when the conversion line goes north. And we can see that when this thing starts curling up, man, price responds accordingly. So I'm hoping we get something like that here.
Yeah.
And if we really look at this, I want to see what this looks like on the daily chart again. Yeah, see, Voyager token is sitting pretty good. So if we start to see this line arc upwards, I do think that Voyager will not have any problems getting through this cloud here. It's pretty thin for the most part on a daily chart. So yeah, I think Voyager is fixing to return to the $5 level here in the next week or two, to be honest with you.
That would be epic.
I would definitely say
my portfolio would love that.
Yeah, and I would just, that's not financial or trading advice, but just the way this thing looks, it's as long as Bitcoin can keep its bearings and we maintain trading within this channel here, it would just make sense that maybe I'll rephrase that. Maybe the next month we might revisit that $5 level.
Yeah.
Just based off this channel here. So yeah, Voyager token's looking good. It's looking good even when it was down here at $1.88. It's just one of those coins. Everyone knows it's solid. It's just going to take a little bit just to pan out. So let's get on to the next crypto.
We got either Cardano or STMX. I know Cardano did pretty well today. A lot of people tweeting about it. I tweeted about it. Did it finally break out to where it needed to be?
Yeah. So here I was doing TA on Cardano. It must have been the other night when I had you on my show. We can see these big bullish engulfing candles forming. We're seeing this conversion line kind of arc upwards. Looks like we are heading towards the 50 moving average. I bet this thing hits $1.61-ish, somewhere in there, before we meet a little bit of resistance. And then I do think maybe around the $1.80 level would be the next resistance point. But if we can get through this 50, get up to the 200 and test that $1.82, and hopefully we can hop above that 200 moving average, maybe see something like this happen and start moving to the upside. Because Cardano, man, I can't believe this thing hit $1.15. $1.16 the other day. It's stupid.
Yeah,
so,
I sold a pretty big portion of my big bag that I had around $1.95, I think.
Okay.
I kind of panic sold. When was that? Like last was it was like $1.95. I think right before we started the big downtrend. I was like, oh crap! But I still was in 100x profit. But
yeah,
God, imagine if I would have did it like at the peak.
Yeah. Oh, well. It is what it is.
Yeah.
At least you took some profit.
Yeah.
So yeah, Cardano's looking good. I think that these levels right around this $1.50, $1.83 range are what we're going to see. If Bitcoin gives us a big fake out, we may see one nasty corrective wave to the downside, probably down to this dollar level if Bitcoin fakes us out. So
yeah,
be prepared for that if we do not pass go on the 50. Probably within the next 4 to 5 days would be my guess. Let's just throw up a little time sequence here. See if there's anything. Okay. So, of course, time sequence is telling us pretty much December 16th was a good point of reversal for Cardano, and we're not seeing the next time sequence till February 19th. Doesn't mean we couldn't have a reversal, anytime before then. We certainly could.
Or a big blast off between the two time sequences right there, and then correction then.
We may see Cardano back up to this $3 level by February 19th. It's totally possible. But
Marco said he panic bought ADA.
Not a boy. So yeah, I mean ADA, it's a solid coin. Everybody knows it. I just think that it's just being crazy manipulated.
It's such a different type of like coin, the way the price moves compared to the fundamentals behind Cardano. In my opinion, there's so much fundamentals in what Cardano is doing. It's just the price action doesn't reflect, or the price movement doesn't reflect it.
Sure. Yeah, so this might be the general trend that we see Cardano kind of playing around in going forward. Just a very modest upward trend for the time being, but expect resistance around $2 if we clear this 200 moving average. $2.31, $2.65, $3.08. $3.50. So that would be new all-time highs.
Nice.
But let's go on to the next one.
Let's do STMX. That just pumped right before we started the stream. I'm trying to do timestamp so I can post it later.
Yep, for sure.
I'm going to step out real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good. So now I'm going to play fart noises into the microphone since Crypto Airborne is gone. Just kidding. So
I heard that.
Okay, my bad. I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
So STMX, folks, this is pumping. We are trading very nicely on the daily chart, right through. We are aiming right through this weak spot in the Ichimoku cloud. This is exactly what I want to see. When I'm trading, I'm looking for these weak spots in the cloud for an easy pass through, especially on the daily chart. So it wouldn't surprise me to see this really break through within the next 10 days, probably by December 31st. If we can get above this cloud on the daily, I do think that STMX has every chance to come right up to this 0.037, 0.038-ish level. We possibly will encounter some resistance around the 3-cent level, 0.032. But I do think that as long as we would have price action above the cloud, we might be seeing a nice bullish move to the upside. Let's just go ahead and try to calculate some points that might be relevant to an upward trend. And so we'll throw up some Fibonacci extensions, and you can see that on a grand scale, dating back to this low and this high here, price action is being held up at the 236, and we can see that the next real significant resistance that we might encounter would be at about 4 cents, 5 cents after that, 6 cents after that. So I think that right now,
I think the big catalyst for STMX coming up, at least fundamentally, is the launch of their debit card.
I'm signed up for that too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna have like 8. I'm gonna have like 8 cards: Voyager card, debit card, or the Voyager card, STMX card, my 2 bank cards, my credit card. Oh well.
Yep. That's going to be the new norm. Yeah. So I mean, a 12-cent, 16-cent STMX. I mean, I know it sounds crazy at 2 cents, but it's totally possible if this thing takes off. What we have to really realize is that this here is really one big ass bull pennant, and we've got a very nice bull flagpole with a pennant formation. And you got to understand, folks, that this has been in the works since April. So when we start to see these patterns develop over long periods of time, this is where we see these crazy significant movements in either direction. So it is what it is. I'm hoping that we will see STMX come up and violate this 236, get above it, get above this cloud, test this 382, and then, oh man, I hope this thing really takes off running. What's interesting about this, though, is that we're not really seeing any cup and handles. We're not really seeing any inverse head and shoulders on the charts. We're probably going to see some sort of Elliott wave theory move to the upside. This is just for illustration purposes here. You know, something like this happen would possibly be my guess. Even Wyckoff. I mean, I don't know if this would be some sort of Wyckoff pattern in here, but it doesn't appear to be. But, you know, STMX is looking good. I like it. I don't have any at this time, but I do need to get some.
Yep, you get a STMX on Voyager, 2% interest, or you can stake on their platform for 10%.
You can get 10% on their platform, huh?
Yep.
Wow.
And that's a whole nother thing where you gotta, connect your MetaMask, pay the gas fees and stuff. But they just had some other type of options, I think, that you can do. I don't know.
Is this an ERC20?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay.
But that's the only downfall. And for some reason, I still have issues trying to stake. It's something with my
Okay.
MetaMask wallet. It's like, oh, it's saying I'm using some other type of wallet, and I've messed with it, so I just gave up. So I'm losing
Nice.
8% interest on my giant bag of StormX that I'm holding. But
Bummer.
I'm hoping that Voyager ups it a little bit, or they do some type of like partnership
Mhm.
thing with like the StormX rewards program. Like if you're a holder on Voyager, you get the same member benefits as if you were to like link your account and everything on the StormX app.
Mhm.
But who knows?
Elizabeth Allen, all-time highs was 24 cents. So
Was it?
doable. Oh, man.
Was that back in
Yeah.
the day? I think when they first
Well,
started.
2017, 2018. I mean, she's got a great point. Look
Elizabeth
at this.
probably had it. She probably bought in
She's
when it was like 0.0001.
oh yes, we got to get you on here, Elizabeth, to
Yeah,
talk about
Elizabeth.
your crypto.
That's
It
a
seems
great
like
point.
you were early into everything.
Yeah, I love talking to people that were like early adopters.
So we have, I mean, you guys, you got to understand this here. This is one giant ass bull flag, bull pennant. I mean, we're gonna see a massive move to the upside, and hear me out here. So let's just say, a lot of times what we'll see, and this is going to be a very wildly speculative thing that I'm about to say here, is that a lot of times what we'll see is maybe some sort of Elliott wave theory within Elliott wave theory. And what I mean by this is we might be seeing a move like this occur, some giant move to the upside. It's very possible.
I'd fly you out to my house and we'll do a live stream live in person in
Okay,
in
let's
my
do it.
mom's basement.
From your mom's basement, that's the only place I'll do it.
If StormX hit $4.38, I might just fly everyone on this stream watching. Oh God, that someone's gonna record this now and it's gonna hit that and then oh,
That'd
remember
be
Crypto
fun.
Airborne said that?
Yep, and
But yeah.
now it's coming back to bite him in the ass. So yeah, we have.
But no, that's
There's
interesting.
some
Elliott
great.
wave theory within Elliott wave theory.
Yeah, it's very common that we see a series of impulse waves covered by one giant impulse wave. Not saying that's what's going on here, but it could be on a grander scale.
Yeah.
So this is, I mean, if we see something like this when we measure previous all-time highs to lows here, we can see where the 476 ends up, and I could easily see $1.24, $1.25. StormX by 2023. Not financial or trading advice, but maybe sometime in the next couple of years, if not sooner.
Oh yeah. Definitely I think StormX is a long-term hold. Once it gets
Yeah.
listed on Coinbase, rumors, who knows when that'll pump it and other exchanges and whatnot.
I just wish I could mine it.
Yeah, I don't know if you can,
It must just be proof of work or
or is it
something.
proof of stake?
Proof of stake. That's what I
Yeah.
meant. Sorry.
Elizabeth said that she got in 0.0008.
That's what I'm saying.
What?
Jeez. Just imagine what $100 would have done at
Gosh,
0.008.
I did buy some StormX when I didn't know anything
Look at
about it
that.
last year. I'm trying to go back through my Voyager when I got it. But yeah, let's jump over to CKB and then maybe Yak real quick because I got a couple people asking about that. I'm trying to find it, man. God, I have so many trades.
Yeah, that's crazy. CKB is looking good. CKB Definitely holds a very special place in my heart. That's the one of the main focal coins that I cover on my channel. But we can see that CKB could be fixing to pull off some sort of Elliott wave theory maneuver to either meet all-time highs or possibly exceed them and go into price discovery mode. I do think that a 5.5 to 6.5 cent CKB is doable come spring, in the next couple months, somewhere in there. I'm hoping that CKB continues to pump. If we look at this on the daily, it's got it's kind of gunning for this weak spot in the Ichimoku cloud, and it was trading very nicely above the cloud until Bitcoin kind of crashed the party back in early December, pulling it underneath the cloud on the weekly chart. Basically just crushed everybody. Man. And so now we have this little bit of a reversal and some hope that we might see, maybe this 0.5 of Elliott wave theory might happen. But to see some sort of all-time highs happen would be huge. We can note that, I'm just going to clear this chart. We can note that there was a very nice inverse head and shoulders here that was playing out very nicely, and Bitcoin crashed the party here. So that did put a damper on things. But like I've kind of been telling people on my channel, I said, hey, there's a silver lining to everything. You just have to look hard enough. Is that we might be setting up for some sort of, cup and handle scenario, possibly a ascending triangle, which could be taking us to some new all-time highs in price discovery, if we see CKB do something like this. It's very possible, as long as Bitcoin can stay solvent in the fashion where we don't see these crazy blow off top retracement, this kind of retracement happening. I think CKB is looking good. I mine CKB. I've got 6 CKB miners running. Like I was telling you earlier, Airborne, I kind of had a scary moment.
Yeah.
Mining CKB, and I go downstairs and I'm like, why is my HS miner and my CKB miner offline? And then I look at my power supply unit that's offline. And then I look at my power strip surge protector, and something was messed up with it, and it still doesn't work. So that thing saved 2 of my miners from some surge of power. So
Yeah, that's good to have.
man, I tell you what, it just saved me thousands of dollars. So
Yeah.
I'm going back to Target tomorrow to buy that exact model. But yeah, so that's kind of my take on CKB right now.
Cool. Let's do Yak real quick, and then Luna.
Okay, so yeah, Yoke is looking decent. So you guys are gonna have to forgive me because we are doing this TA for some reason. We cannot access this chart through TradingView.
That's
To
weird.
my knowledge. So we have to rely on this Avedex, blah, blah, blah.
Is it on CoinMarketCap? I don't know if you ever answered that, or I just might have missed it. Or is it on CoinGecko or anything yet? Let me look it up real quick.
I have no idea.
Yoke. Keep saying that. Yoke,
Yeah,
Yoke. They have Yoke Coin, but that's not it
I
on
don't think
CoinGecko.
so.
It's some weird, I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is, but just give me 1 second here, folks. I just need to, every time I look at this chart, I have to go through and basically redo everything. So
why isn't it on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko yet? Is it just because it's such a new coin, I guess, and they just take?
Yeah, they just haven't plugged into it yet. So I need to get.
I gotta check my my staking. I keep forgetting that I have it. That's only when we do live streams. And I got to reconnect my MetaMask and all that stuff.
Yeah, so
God
I currently, I'd have to double check, but I don't think I have any yoke anymore. I did have some, and then I rolled it all into CKB. I made a pretty substantial amount of money on it.
Yeah.
So it was just a no-brainer for me. So
Yeah.
we can see that.
Ooh. Well, real quick before you start, so I just pulled up my Yokai swap, the pool or whatever that we're in, or that I'm in.
What's
And
the percentage you're
they
getting
dropped it.
right
It's
now?
$8.99. I
Oof.
mean, it's still crap, but
Yeah,
it's I've earned, what is it, 76 yokai.
it's not bad.
So $30 USD.
It's not bad. That's
Just
pretty
letting
good.
it sit there. It's like
Yep.
a minor,
Yeah,
CKB miner or whatever, basically.
exactly. And you can pull your money out of it whenever you want, which is pretty sweet. Yeah. So when we're looking at this on a 1 hour chart, what I'm noticing with yokai right now is that this might be an Elliott wave impulse. So we might be seeing something like this to come. It would not surprise me whatsoever. Oh man, this is killing me. So it wouldn't surprise me to see maybe 0.5 end up somewhere back up around these. Oh man, back up around these all-time highs here of around 73 cents. So I do think that yoke is looking good. We won't know if this is Elliott wave theory until we see this bounce off 0.4 and price goes higher than 0.3. So if I had to guess, I would say that this may come back down to bounce on the 50 moving average. Something. Whoops. My goodness, this is driving me nuts. We might see something like this occur over the next, I don't know, couple weeks, couple days.
Yeah. Especially when they bridge with Cardano. That's going to be huge.
Yeah, that is going to bring a flood of new users into the ecosystem. And you just have to stop and wonder, okay, this isn't just going to stop with Cardano. This is going to continue with all these other blockchains.
Yep.
So that's very impressive. And I do think that yokai will do very well as a DEX, especially on Nervos, because of the gas fees are so incredibly low. It's not even funny.
Yep. Strika said, what are your thoughts on the upcoming Lambda DAO?
And the what? The upcoming what?
Lambda DAO?
Lambda DAO. I've never heard of it.
I was about to say, I was going to let you answer that because I don't know either. Strika, fill us in.
If they'll pay us interest in Lambos,
I know. That's what I first saw. I'm like, Lambo? Lambo DAO?
Yeah, so yoke's looking good.
Nice.
And this might be one big giant cup and handle that forms here to move up.
Yeah.
Stewish Stew says, when Lambado. I'll link you guys on Twitter. Okay.
All right, cool.
Let's move on to the next one.
Luna.
So Luna is going straight to the moon. So here we have Luna. I don't remember the last time we were charting this. It could have possibly been.
Right when Digital Jeff popped in.
Yep, for sure.
We're doing this one for Ross Meyer.
Yeah, so Luna, it's still kind of trading within this rising wedge. We can see that the full bodiedness of the candle comes right up to this trend line. What I would hope to see with Luna is that we get some sort of Elliott wave theory movement to the upside, but that might not be guaranteed. If we see a rejection at this trend line, we may see some sort of head and shoulders pattern form. If that does happen, be on the lookout, because this is kind of the trend line that we are dealing with right now if we want to argue about a head and shoulders neckline. So what needs to happen is price action needs to utilize some Elliott wave theory to the upside, something like this, to the upside, and really crush it. I don't know if it's possible. I don't follow Luna at all. But at this time on the daily chart, price action is kind of far from the cloud. It's kind of far from the 200 moving average. RSI is at 82, so it wouldn't surprise me to see a little bit more of a pullback, maybe down to this trend line here.
Yeah. Ross said a $115 target. I don't know where he got that from, but
it could possibly happen.
He also says he's staking his Luna for 10.29% on the Trust wallet, which is pretty good. I didn't know that. Or that's on really Voyager, you can earn 4%. So that's definitely look at that.
Yeah, and that's where Voyager makes a lot of their money, is siphoning off that stake.
Man, Luna's doing pretty well right now. We're at all-time highs we hit today.
Yeah.
I think. $99.90.
Yeah.
That's psychological resistance at 100 right there.
Yeah.
Up 15% on the day.
Let's look at this. Let's look at this at a higher level here.
I've got
yeah, this came right up to the
I'm up 94% on my Luna bag.
Oh, that a boy.
My average cost is $54 or $51.
Nice. And so here's where he's probably coming in with this 115 price tag, right at the golden ratio. Yeah, I could totally see it for sure. Yeah, this could be a very nice impulse up to that 115.
Yeah, I think from the people, I have some friends that are in Luna, and they talk about it all the time. I've never really dug into it.
Look at Elizabeth. Sorry to cut you off. Elizabeth chimes in 121 of 21, 83-cent average cost on my
Oh my.
You are killing it. Why don't you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, Elizabeth.
My goodness.
Elizabeth is
nuts.
Yeah, we need to set something up to have her on either your channel or mine or something. Nuts. I'd love to hear that story.
You're buck wild. That's for sure. I've seen a lot of things in my days, but your buys are impressive.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is that all we got for Luna? I got
think so.
Sushi swap. Stewish stew. May I request sushi TA? Been trading it for a while, but the dip to around $5 has been nice. Yeah, I think it's been pumping lately, hasn't it?
Yeah. So the last week, last couple of days, we've gotten a little bit of a pump. I'm not sure when it was that we covered. I don't remember covering sushi swap for a while, but this symmetrical triangle failed in a nasty correction to the downside, and let's just do something here. I'm fascinated and I'm curious right now if we are seeing some sort of Gartley pattern to the downside here. So we are just going to go ahead and see where this hit. Okay, we came up, cleared the 61.8. I like that. We're just going to draw a little box here. And then we are going to go ahead and see where point B hit. Okay, it didn't go lower than the 786. It's exactly the zone I want to see this in. And then let's really look at where this thing retraced to, and we're looking for like the 127 down here. So this thing did really get slaughtered, probably harder than it should have, because if I would have been playing Gartley, I would have been trying to catch the knife maybe around this 127 mark. Since it looks like this thing formed a symmetrical triangle, It was fixing to possibly continue the trend down to the 161.8, but Bitcoin pulled that reversal. And now it may end up becoming some sort of possible inverse head and shoulders. Something like this might be in the works for sushi. But that's great to see.
Yeah.
Sushi rebounding with the market. It's always stinks to have those coins that dog when the market's doing good and you've got a coin that's lagging. You can see that right now sushi is experiencing a little resistance around this 50. So yeah, it should be smooth sailing. It's aiming for this weak spot in the cloud. If we can crush this 50, maybe touch on this 200, we'll be at least above the cloud on the daily. So it looks like this thing basically went through a proper correction and is now rebounding. So I'd look for maybe $8.50 next really heavy resistance level, $10, 11.52, somewhere in there.
Nice. I don't think I've ever used Sushi Swap before. I've never
Yeah.
used it, and I don't own any. But
Yeah, I'll have to say the same. I don't think that I've ever really messed with it too much. But
Stewish Stu said there was FUD with the CTO exiting coupled with a Bitcoin dip.
okay, that
Okay.
explains it.
Yeah, I remember hearing some FUD about it somewhere on crypto Twitter, where they're like, yeah, Sushi Swap is dead because, yeah, I think the CTO exited, I guess. I don't know. I literally don't know anything about it, but I do remember hearing something like that.
Oh yeah. I just want to just go ahead and cover. This is totally off topic, but
You're not allowed to. This is my stream. Just kidding.
I was telling everybody on Twitter about Nikola, NKLA. It's a stock, and they had some FUD going on. I just wanted to check on this. I sold my options contract way too early, but this is when I alerted people at this exact moment the other day. Actually on 12/20, so 3 days ago. And look where this thing is now.
Wow.
$11.51.
What
I
happened?
it's just there was a descending triangle that formed and price broke out. I grew my whole stock portfolio 15% off this trade. It was maddening. It was crazy.
Wow.
Not
Was
to
that on
brag or
your
anything.
Patreon?
No, I threw that down on Twitter and that thing got like 3 likes. I was like, what?
Wow. People aren't paying attention.
Yeah,
Very
I'll
few. The
do.
3 people that did like it probably are doing pretty well.
Yeah. But I just had to check it since it
That's cool.
popped into my mind.
Elizabeth, going back real quick, she said about the commitment to content daily is too much. I wanted to start a channel in 2016, but had a fulfillment job. Gotcha. Or
Mhm.
full time job. Yep, it's hard. Like, trust me, I'm in my crypto retirement, and I've got 2 little kids or whatever, but it's still hard. I try to pump out at least 1 video a day, but your whole mind is like, what am I going to create? What? So you're always trying to keep up with the market and whatnot. Like, it's definitely hard.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree with that.
Joel, Trevor Milton with Nikolai was just so skeezy.
Oh,
You know
hell
anything about
yeah,
that?
for sure. Yeah, there are some big securities violations that happen. Uh, padding numbers, stuff like that.
Mm.
But the descending triangle didn't lie. I just
Yeah.
traded it off. That was just a pattern trade for me. So I don't really care about what's going on with the company socially. If I can see on a larger time frame that there is some sort of pattern developing, I'll just buy puts or calls according. The news certainly helps.
Yeah. So we got about an hour and 15. I want to kind of wrap it up here
Yeah.
soon.
for sure. Let's do one or two more.
Yeah, I want to do one that's trending. Well, that's pretty big. That's been booming. It's at least top on Voyager for the daily is Sandbox. So these gaming coins. I know Sandbox and Decentraland have been doing pretty well, and I got a pretty small bag of Sandbox, but it looks
Can you buy this on Voyager?
Yeah. Yep.
Damn,
they added
I'm
it.
gonna go buy some of this right now. So it looks like so Sandbox, and I'm looking at this on a 1 hour chart. Looks like there's a symmetrical triangle squeeze here, possibly even maybe an ascending triangle on this end of things. But man, this thing popped. We are trading too far away from the cloud right now, but I do think that we are definitely seeing Elliott wave theory pull this thing. We're seeing the early stages. I think we're going to see something possibly like this. We may not see Sandbox really bounce again until maybe tomorrow. Let's just see if we can pull any time sequence off this, because now I'm interested. I'm about to buy a bunch of this on Voyager. You guys are good influences on me.
Man, comments just poured in. Everyone's trying to get their last minute coins in, but
Are they?
I don't think. I don't know. You guys.
Let's see.
We could probably go forever if we wanted to.
You guys got to do some super chats to Crypto Airborne.
Yeah, forgot about
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
I just added that like a week ago. If you really want your coin, you got super chats.
Yeah. And all the profits.
And I'm just going to end up all the profits go to either VGX or a new rash cream.
That's right. So it's really tough to tell with time sequence right now. But like I said, I do think that we are likely to see a little bit of a pullback here, just because this is such a crazy bull flagpole. I do think that we'll see, something like this occur, or possibly something like this occur. That was a terrible example. Maybe something like this occur more in like a flag fashion. Before. So tomorrow tomorrow evening, check Sandbox. If you see this thing trading around, high fives, low sixes, it might be a good time to buy. I mean, we're at $6.25.
Could you have predicted
right now,
a giant run up? I always say this, like it just moon rocketed from
you
prior.
Could have.
In all the technical analysis that you do, just randomly when it squeezes this hard, a huge pump like that, you could have at least called that.
Just off of what I'm seeing here, when we're seeing price squeeze like this, that it's in for a nice move. You maybe not be able to guess the exact way it's going to go, but for the most part, you might be able to at least know that, hey, there's a nice move coming. I'm trying to find any time sequence that might indicate this area here.
You just triggered my memory. The 28th of December. Remember? Wasn't there a time sequence that we were talking about the other day? Something on the 28th?
Yeah, there certainly could be something. Oh man, Sushi Stew. 2 for Superland, 2 for the channel, and 6 for that bullish rash cream. Man.
Thank you, bro.
There you go.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, so whatever you want, we'll review it for you here.
Keep the stream going if you guys keep doing that. That's crazy.
So I mean, here's one thing right here. So just messing around, I was able to measure this high here to this major swing low here. And interestingly enough, it kind of predicted around the time frame that Sandbox was going to erupt. I'm not saying that this was perfect, but if we look back in hindsight, we can see that it damn near predicted this reversal here. It predicted a reversal here, predicted a reversal here, and it was in the general neighborhood of predicting this reversal here. So that's...
And then Filoni just said, look at the squeeze in the RSI. It's way overbought.
Oh, hell yeah, it is. Yeah.
So I'd
yeah,
take profits right now if I was in sand, not financial advice.
yeah. And I mean, we saw this very nice run up here. And what we might actually be seeing here is when I zoom out, this may be getting ready to wrap things up, so to speak. So I could see something like this happening, maybe $10. Let's see, let's just throw up a little Fibonacci here. I could see right around this $9.60 level to $11.15 level, somewhere up here. This would be a very nice Elliott wave theory move to the upside. But then when I zoom out again, I notice something else, that this could be some greater move to the upside. So yeah, this is. I do think that there's possibly another play to be made here, but I do think that this thing is reaching the upper limits of Elliott wave theory, and we will likely see some sort of ABC or ABCDE corrective wave afterwards. It's looking good. I mean, Sandbox, I may pick up a little bit of a bag on this just to see if I can flip it for a couple bucks.
Yeah.
Because on the daily, the RSI is looking like we want to pump.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I was looking up Stewish Stew just said, appreciate what you guys do with your respective platforms. I learn every day. I meant Super Farm, but I got mixed with Mana. Haha, been a long day. Yeah, bro. I was just looking it up. I was like, Superland. What the heck is Superland?
Super Farm. Let's see if
But
it's
he meant
available.
Super Farm. But then I looked up Super World. There's actually a Super World app.com about virtual real estate. But then you're saying it's Super Farm. What's Super? Is that a Super Farm Crypto? What's the ticker, Stucci? Superfarm.com. Yeah, NFT platform where you can buy, create, NFTs and all that stuff. Looks pretty cool.
I'll have to check that out. I don't know if this is the
that
right
looks like it. Super
right
Farm.
ticker.
Yep, that's right.
But yeah, this thing's in a big sideways symmetrical triangle squeeze for the most part. Super. Okay, so this is super against USDT. So man, we can almost see. We can definitely see, and we can definitely see that there is a symmetrical triangle squeeze. There's no doubt about that. And it almost looks like this thing just might be breaking to the upside. Let's look at this thing on a daily chart. There's not much data available for me. We gotta look at this on a 12-hour chart. And I've never looked at this before either. So this thing looks like it wants to rush the $1.39-ish level on a 12-hour chart. If we can see price action get past this 50 moving average, hop up on top of this Ichimoku cloud, things will probably be good for Super Farm. The only thing is we can't tell where the 200 moving average is on this 12-hour chart. Okay, so here it is on the 4-hour chart. And so I do think that, yeah, $1.50-ish will be possibly the next point of resistance for Super. Okay, so let's do one other thing.
Stewish said that it's still pretty new, but it seems to be really anchoring itself into the metaverse.
Interesting.
Yeah,
You'll have to look into it.
definitely.
So these are some price points to pay attention with Super. A little bit of resistance at the $1.36, $1.55, $1.83, $2.18 level. Looks good. I mean, it looks good. I wish I had more data to do a more in-depth analysis for you.
Well, he said it's fairly new. So when did it launch? Is it like if he? Whoops, I got the thing blocked out. Was it like back in October? Is when this launched, or I don't know.
Not sure. We'll look at that. But interestingly enough, so it looks like TradingView picked it up in back of back end of October. But
Okay.
if this was some sort of Gartley pattern here, which I suspect that it might be, it's interesting to see how price came down, hit this 127, and then moved to the 161.8. So it definitely triple bottomed here off this 161.8. And you can see that there was a descending triangle, more or less, that formed right along this 161.8. So you're getting a nice bounce out of this nasty descending triangle. So this is good to see. The rolls really reverse with super. So yeah, there's some good price points to possibly look out for here in the future. Right along here. So I mean, this thing could run up to $2.50, $2.90.
Yeah,
So,
and that's just technicals. That's the other thing I always say is like fundamentals can make it soar even higher too. Hopefully that answered all your questions, Stewish. Stu, appreciate the $10 super chat. That's awesome. And we're at what, 1 hour and 26 minutes. Let's do one more for Elizabeth that she commented earlier, and then we'll end it. She said quick. I'm trying to find it. I've never heard of it. 6Fig, would you mind please charting quick?
Yeah,
unless someone's going to super chat.
I don't know. Oh, man. Okay. It's a bummer. Yeah, this thing looks like it suffered some sort of head and shoulders right out of the gates. Just trying to get my bearings on this. This is one very nasty corrective wave from this run up. Is this the right the chart? Right chart, Elizabeth? Can you verify this in the comments if I'm looking at the right one? $269 approximately, because this thing raged all the way up.
Stock or a crypto coin?
Not sure. But anyways, yeah, this thing's taking a beating, and we can see that. Let's see here. Yeah, we can see that there is this ABC at least retracement that happened after this nasty little run up. This was overkill, in my opinion. I don't know anything about the fundamentals or the project or, what this is. But it does appear that right now, Quick is making an attempt to revisit this 50 moving average somewhere in here. So I would say that $316 might be resistance point. Let's just look at this on a grander scale here. So once we get through this 50, look for the $372 level for the next resistance point. And I do think that there is an opportunity for some sort of inverse head and shoulders or something like that, simply because we might be able to argue this neckline, something like this to the upside. So look out for $3.15 somewhere in there, $3.07, and then this $3.72. So it just got listed on Coinbase. Okay, interesting. So yeah, 475, 588.
Gotcha.
This thing has some good potential, in my opinion, to really break through this big bearish Ichimoku cloud. This thing was very far out from the cloud, so it wouldn't surprise me to just see this thing trade sideways or even up to this $300 level. So yeah, it's decent. I'm going to look into this one a little bit more. So
just imagine when STMX gets listed and people all across the country are just like, STMX, what's that?
Yeah, STMX, CKB.
CKB. Which, did you see the leak? Or didn't you send me that? Yeah, you texted me that, and then I started seeing people on crypto Twitter talk about it. That's weird. Isn't that weird though that they did that? That was really
Coinbase,
right?
Yeah,
doing that? That's
I
definitely, they're definitely going to list it.
and I you know, I believe the cryptocurrency, you know, um, I guess the platforms, when they say they don't know when Coinbase is going to connect, you know, I believe them. But you know, when they put out that tweet, you know, they just meant that you can buy Bitcoin on Coinbase and swap it out for CKB, which you can do. So,
Yeah.
but it was kind of odd that they didn't have like KuCoin listed on there.
So this is the thing with like Coinbase listings, and people talk about Coinbase listings all the time, is that everyone that I've like talked to, or the research I've done about Coinbase, is that nobody has control of listing their coins on
Hmm.
Coinbase. It's all just Coinbase doing it. Did you ever hear that before?
Yeah, they just connect to it.
Unless there's, I don't know. And then there was the interview with Steve and Mike the investor, and he talked about, VGX getting listed on Coinbase. He made it seem like had some connections to get it listed,
Oh,
but
really?
he's a big company. Like,
Yep.
so I don't know. I take it with a grain of salt when people say, when is it going to get listed on Coinbase? Because Charles Hoskinson and Cardano, they wanted that listed on there forever. And then I heard there was beef between, Charles Hoskinson and people at Coinbase. That's why they never listed the coin. It was like a top 10 coin. It was the
Hmm.
only like coin they haven't listed in a while or something. And all of a sudden they listed it. And then in some of the live streams with Charles Hoskinson, they were like, he was like, oh yeah, if Coinbase does their own thing, they're like, if you're a crypto company or a crypto coin, you have a coin, there is no like influence within that company that can get your coin listed on Coinbase. It's just Coinbase themselves. So it kind of contradicts itself when you think about it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Same thing with
Yeah.
CKB. CKB is big, but then you had that leak happen, and then the thing with Crypto Crow talking about like mid January. So I feel like there's something with CKB listing on Coinbase, but in general, it's just weird. I don't know the process. I hear things
Yeah,
all over
for
the place.
sure. No, it's definitely interesting stuff. It's definitely is.
Stucci, there's a reason it's called Coinbase Arena.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Well,
All
what do
right,
you
guys.
say? Do we keep
What?
this under 2 hours?
I mean, I think we've
I
lost the
think so.
viewership. It's a holiday. Everyone's on
Yeah.
holiday. This is pretty. I don't know. Thank you, 8 people, for watching me. Appreciate it. But I think we're gonna wrap it up. Unless you got anything else to add or you want to talk about, I'm gonna be up for a while still.
Yeah, no. Let's go into the metaverse. I was playing that one poker game earlier. That
Oh,
was
did you
pretty fun.
download it? I
Yeah.
downloaded it, but I haven't played it yet. Poker Stars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it downloaded. Let's do that. All right. But yeah, if you guys MCC just popped in, lurker. It's 4 a.m. for him,
Wow.
so he must be what, in Europe? I'm guessing maybe.
Must be
Is
6
there
hours ahead
somewhere in Europe? Where are you
for
at,
me.
MCCCC? MCCC.
I'm guessing he's in like Greenland or Iceland.
UK. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys want to play in the metaverse or Oculus 2, I just finally switched my name over to Crypto Airborne. Just look up crypto_airborne, add me, and yeah, let's play. I know iFiloni, yeah. Did you download
Oh
the
yeah.
Poker Stars? We played with him last time on Overwatch.
That was fun.
It's
Yeah.
fun. But
I'm
yeah,
gonna
the
go mix
poker
a
thing.
drink and get my VR headset going.
Yeah, you're awesome, Airborne and 6FIG. We need more Photoshop time lapses.
You guys like that? Okay. See, I never got any feedback on that, but it's kind of cool to see pictures and stuff come together
Yeah.
of the artwork being created.
Elizabeth, when Quick
Oh,
hits 1 billion valuation, 3,070 per coin.
that's
Huh.
freaky.
Yeah.
That's freaky. I'm gonna look into this for sure.
Ooh. And listen to her. Well, not financial advice, based off our chat interactions, the last year. She might know something. I'm gonna definitely look into that. Write that down in my notes for tonight.
Absolutely.
iFiloni's got Poker Stars. Nice. All right.
Okay, cool. We'll see you in there, iFiloni.
Yeah. All right, guys. Let me see. I gotta pull my screen up real quick.
Make sure there's nothing bad on it.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing that.
Make sure to hide the lotion in the background.
I'm not even gonna put my webcam up. But yeah, really appreciate you guys for watching tonight. Definitely smash that like button. I'm gonna add timestamps probably tomorrow morning. I got most of them down. I just gotta rewatch the beginning and add them. But I know that you people or everyone likes timestamps because it's like you do a live stream. Why would you want to go back and watch it if you don't want to skip to the timestamps and go to a section that you want to hear? So I'll tweet about that tomorrow. I'll put all the TA in. I'll tag it and whatnot so you guys can go back and watch it, and probably a lot of other people who didn't watch tonight because it is the holiday weekend and times. But yeah, definitely appreciate you coming on 6Fig tonight. I'm taking some time off. I'll probably upload one video tomorrow, but I'm going to the in-laws and having Christmas Eve dinner with them, and I don't know, maybe take a day or two off for once.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Yeah, so I'm heading up to the lake here. I'm just gonna be chilling. I might head up there for like a day or two, get out of the cities and just relax. I've been working on my YouTube set now for quite a while. The last week and a half, we've gone through, flooding in the ceiling to a full-blown YouTube set with 4K cameras and all sorts of stuff. So it's been a long week and a half, 2 weeks building that, just framing up backgrounds, running electricity, running other network cabling through the floors and the ceiling. Just because I want to run my computer in one part of my house from another. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I didn't even know you could do that.
I didn't either.
Couldn't you have just done it wirelessly? With all from your camera,
yeah. So basically,
or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, there's all those that.
Basically, I will have a monitor in my basement right on the set that I will be able to, access my computer, which is in a different part of the house. I thought about getting a brand new computer, another computer just for the set, and I'm just like, well, that's kind of stupid. Yeah. I just want everything in one centralized place. So basically, I'll just utilize the computer that's in my office for the set.
Well, I'm pumped. I can't wait. Oh man, it looks good. I mean, you guys saw the snapshots I've saw on the behind the scenes.
Yeah,
and
it's
whatnot,
coming up nice.
But definitely can't wait for that. But anyways, guys, definitely appreciate you guys all sticking around, watching everything. Go follow 6FIGSTOCKTRADER if you don't already. Probably all already do if you're watching this late. Go follow me, crypto_airborne. YouTube, smash the like button, all that, share that, and then look for a tweet for timestamps tomorrow. And hopefully you guys have a great Christmas Eve. You guys celebrate Christmas. If you don't, hopefully you guys have a good time with your family celebrating whatever holidays you guys celebrate.
Yeah, same. I hope everyone has a wonderful next week or two.
Yeah. All right, guys, have a good one. See you later.